The ovarian cycle describes the development and release of the immature egg in the ovary and changes in the follicles. This usually occurs within 28 days. This cycle consists of the follicular phase and the luteal phase. The uterine cycle describes the preparation of the inner lining of the uterus for implantation by a fertilized egg and shedding of the lining when implantation has failed. This usually also occurs within 28 days. The cycle consists of menses, the proliferative phase, and the secretory phase. The two cycles occur concurrently and are tightly regulated by hormones released from the endocrine system. The follicular phase is the phase of the menstrual cycle during which follicles in the ovary mature, ending with ovulation. The main hormone controlling this stage is estradiol. During the follicular phase, follicle-stimulating hormone is secreted by the anterior pituitary gland. FSH levels begin to rise in the last few days of the previous menstrual cycle and peak during the first week of the follicular phase. The rise in FSH levels recruits 5 to 7 tertiary stage ovarian follicles for entry into the menstrual cycle. FSH induces the proliferation of granulosa cells in the developing follicles and the expression of luteinizing hormone receptors on these granulosa cells. High estrogen levels initiate the formation of a new layer of endometrium in the uterus. Crypts in the cervix also stimulate to produce fertile cervical mucus that reduces the acidity of the vagina, creating a more hospitable environment for sperm. In addition, basal body temperature may lower slightly under the influence of high estrogen levels. Ovulation normally occurs 30 hours after the beginning of the LH surge. Ovulation is the stage in which a mature ovarian follicle ruptures and discharges an ovum. Ovulation also occurs in the estrous cycle of other female mammals. The time immediately surrounding ovulation is referred to as the ovulatory phase. The luteal phase is the latter part of the menstrual cycle. It begins with the formation of the corpus luteum and ends in either pregnancy or luteolus. The main hormone associated with this stage is progesterone, which is significantly higher during the luteal phase than other phases of the cycle. After ovulation, the pituitary hormones FSH and LH cause the remaining parts of the dominant follicle to transform into the corpus luteum. It continues to grow for some time after ovulation and produces significant amounts of hormones, particularly progesterone. Progesterone plays a vital role in making the endometrium receptive to an implantation of the blastocyst cyst and supportive of early pregnancy. It also raises the woman's temperature. The hormones produced by the corpus luteum suppress production of the FSH and LH, causing the corpus luteum will atrophy. The death of the corpus luteum results in falling levels of the progesterone and estrogen. This in turn causes increased levels of FSH, leading to recruitment of follicles for the next cycle. Continued drops in estrogen progesterone levels trigger the end of the luteal phase menstruation and the beginning of the next cycle. During the menstrual cycle, the endometrium grows to a thick, blood vessel-rich lining, representing an optimal environment for the implantation of a blastocyst upon its arrival into the uterus.